Hi guys, Zach Swanson here, PDGA number 112565, and I thought I'd do a quick little in the bag. Hope you like it. So, starting out with putting putters, I putt with two identical D-Line P2s, 175 gram, a little beat in. They just feel better in the hand once they've been worn a little bit. And that's for anything 40 feet and in. And then when I kind of get to a little bit farther out, I switch to a Discraft X-Soft Challenger. I don't know why, I just seem to make more of the outside the circle, outside 40 feet putts with it. So if it works, use it. Throwing putters. Start out with understable. Prodigy PA4, 400G plastic. But this is like swirly. It says JPG. And this is super lightweight, 157 gram. And it's just the best. Hyzer flip to turn over or throw it flat and hard, and it's just gonna turn. A little bit, I've gotten used to it, but it is a little unpredictable if you don't know what you're doing with it. Up next, R-Pro Rhino. This is for mostly forehand approaches, but I do backhand it a little bit. Just kind of depends on the shot. But the R-Pro plastic is super sticky, so when it hits the ground, it just kind of stops. So I use it a lot for like baskets on hills or on the edge of a cliff. Awesome disc. Another D-Line P2. This is a throwing D-Line P2. I used to putt with it till it got too beat in, and now it's just super straight with a little predictable but not a huge fade at the end, just a very slight kind of settle. And then overstable approaches and off the tee, this is a Big Bead, a Champion Glow Big Bead AVR, super cool die. Got this at Great Lakes Discs. Thanks Shay Agby for that. Overstable approach shots and overstable putter shots off the tee. Great disc. For forehand overstable, Scott Withers, Team Champion Series, flat top Glow Gator. Gators just feel super comfortable for me forehand. I can't really, the Rhino was the only other mid-range / putter slower disc that feels comfortable for me forehanding. So, Glow Gator. Mid-ranges, I only have, well, including the Gator, I have 5, but 4 kind of main mid-ranges. Oh my gosh. Also, thank you, Shay at Great Lakes Disc. I got this grip bag, A Series, AX3, I believe, maybe like a month and a half ago. Awesome bag. So sick. But mid-ranges, this is a pre-flight number Star Stingray. Understable mid-range disc, Hyzer flip, flat turnover. If I put Anheuser angle on it, it'd probably roll. Actually, I haven't really messed around with it, but it kind of rolls. Champion Shark, pre-flight number Champion Shark, super gummy, super malleable. This is my Hyzer flip machine. This might be my favorite disc in my bag right now. I look for shots with this disc. It will hold a Hyzer, but it's gonna pop up a little bit on it. Otherwise, slight Hyzer to straight, little bit of turn to the right. Champion Shark. If you haven't tried one, you're missing out. This kind of in between slot in my mid ranges is been a rotating circle of discs or cycle of discs. Right now I have the C-Line MD3 from Discmania. Holds the line really well, holds Hyzer lines really well. If I throw it on Annie, it's gonna kind of want to come out. It's still fairly new. I don't throw this very often. I kind of lean towards the Shark, but it's there if I need it. And then for overstable mid-ranges, Star Rock 3 from Minnow. It's just honestly the best. Rock X3. It's the most awesome overstable mid-range besides the Gator. Super comfortable in the hand. This one's super flat top. You can't really tell from that far away, but just super reliable in the headwinds. It's not going to flip over. It's kind of a beefcake of a mid-range. All right, on to fairway drivers. So, starting out with very understable, and this is kind of more of a utility disc. Get out of trouble, working on a roller. Star Sidewinder from Innova. This thing is super beat up, super flippy. I mean, it's gnarly. And if I'm throwing this disc, I'm in trouble. Either flick rollers out of the woods, weird forehand turnover out of the woods. Just a really touchy, understable disc. This is a new. I'm kind of trying it out. I really like it from what I've used it. Lucid Maverick. Awesome understable fairway driver, super comfortable in the hand, small profile. I think it's a 7-speed, very controllable. I can throw it on hyzer. It's gonna flip up a little bit, but really I mostly use this for carving kind of turnover lines in the woods if I'm not feeling comfortable with the forehand. So Lucid Maverick, Pro Thunderbird. Next, this is beat to crap as well. This is hyzer flip turnover, a little faster than the Maverick, so if I need a little bit more distance, these kind of do the same thing. The Thunderbird might be a little bit more understable, but it's just a distance thing with them and comfortability. And then Discraft ESP Undertaker. This thing just goes super straight. Very little fade or turn. Money 9-speed dead straight driver. Paul McGrath throws them, so you know they're good. Overstable fairway driver. This is the Discraft Titanium Vulture. Excuse me. Just hyzers, really. You can throw it on forced flex lines, but it's always going to come out. Headwinds, crosswinds, it just kind of holds that hyzer and dumps at the end. TI. And then I used to throw FD3s and Firebirds a little bit, more so FD3s. But then I got this first one Raptor, and as soon as I threw it the first time, I knew it was going to take the place of Firebirds and FD3s in my bag. So I went and got a couple more. But right now I got this orange one in the bag, super comfortable, backhand and forehand. I mainly forehand it, but definitely super comfortable both grips. So just an overstable, trusted in the wind, wonderful, wonderful disc. All right, let's go into all the distance drivers, just so very many of them that I can't even deal with. This is just kind of a mojo disc for me. I used to almost like exclusively throw T-Rexes. I kind of moved away from that, but I keep a T-Rex in the bag. I throw it every once in a while, not very often, but it's kind of a old reliable disc for me that if I don't know what to throw, it's still got quite a bit of stability left for how old and beat up it is. But it's very controllable, and so that's what I use it for. Beefcake alert, Metal Flake Destroyer, and this is just super pop top domey, forehand, backhand. If I need a disc to get left, and the wind's really blowing, I kind of tend to reach for this. Out of all my overstable discs, when the wind really gets popping, Metal Flake Destroyer. It's just super money. All right, understable side, a little bit. I don't have a super long distance forehand, so I have adopted this Biofusion Trespass for long, 330, 350, shots that maybe would better shape for a forehand, but I don't have the distance, and so I'll throw this Trespass. And I've been working on rollers a little bit with it. It gets down to the ground, I just got to work on angles, but Trespass, awesome disc, Biofusion. And I also have the Lucid X Trespass, Eric McCabe's Tour Fundraiser Edition from 2018, and this is my max-ish distance forehand disc. I don't really throw it backhand. I'm sure it'd be a great backhand disc, but when I need to get as much distance on a forehand as I can attain, which is like 275, this is what I reach for. Overstable version of the Trespass really does have quite a bit of finish at the end, which surprised me. Maximum distance disc is the Star Strike. A little bit lighter weight, I think 172, somewhat beat in. And this kind of only comes out in a tailwind, because otherwise it's just going to flip and go way to the right, and it's kind of uncontrollable. So in a tailwind, this one will come out. And then this is brand new, basically, a few throws on it, in color Star Strike, and it's super stable for a strike, which is awesome. I could not be happier. This is one of my new favorites in the bag. And this is my max distance. Throw it hard, flat, maybe a teeny bit of hyzer, and it's gonna flip right to the right, but it's got more fade at the end than any other strike I've ever thrown. So, awesome disc. Now, the Destroyers. Got 4 in the bag. Well, actually, I'm sorry, I've got 3 in the bag. Dayglow, AJ Era, Pop Top Destroyer, beat up, hyzer flip, but with predictable fade at the end. This is my longest Destroyer. Doesn't quite go as far as the Shrikes, but it goes pretty far. 375 on a good pull, maybe 400. This is a brand new addition to the bag. This is a Millennium Discs, Millennium Plastic Scorpius. My friend Cody gave this to me, and I went out to the field a couple days ago, really, and tested it out, and this thing just, release it on hyzer, it flips up to flat. It doesn't really turn to the right, it kind of does, but it just rides so straight for so long. And it's almost pushing my strikes, like distance-wise. I think UDisc tracked 407, which it could be off, it could be a little over, it could be a little under, but crush this thing. Forehand too, forehand on hyzer, it flips up, and it may be my new max distance forehand disc. Not really sure yet. Haven't tested it enough, but it's gonna stay in the bag for a while. Calvin Heimberg, Swirly Star Destroyer. I bought 5 of these because the first one I got felt so good. It's stable, but it's not ridiculous like the Macbeths or certain runs of AJ's. It definitely stable at the end, but it's a little bit more workable, which is awesome right out of the box. That's fairly new. And then the most beefcake, flat top, beat to crap, I think ran over. This is an AJ Era as well. Pumpkin face, which is super cool. But it's so overstable. I don't understand how. I've had it for a while, and it was used when I got it, and it's beat to crap, but it goes left. That's what it does, and that's all it does. Sweet. Oh, sorry, one last Destroyer, Echo Star Destroyer. This thing is super flippy, almost uncontrollable. I throw it forehand really only, and I put it on about as steep a hyzer as I can get comfortably with my forehand, and it flips up, it goes right, and then it kind of comes out at the end. I'm just kind of playing around with it. Not really a staple in the bag by any means. All right, two bosses, Echo Star and regular Star Boss. These are my Headwind max distance drivers. Fairly interchangeable. This one goes maybe a little bit further. It's a little bit more, I mean, the Echo Star plastic just feels so good. So good. But yeah, Star Boss's Headwind max distance. And utility discs, the last two discs in my bag, Star Max, Metal Flake Max. Metal Flake Max, hard force forehand flex shots. Actually the same with this one. This one just will ride straight for a bit longer. The Max is super comfortable mold for me forehand. And I started with Star and it was awesome. But it's kind of beaten in quite a bit, and then I got my hands on a couple Metal Flakes, and this is just, Eagle throws them, everyone knows what they do. They go left or they go right, depending forehand or backhand. Just, oh, and this one's actually signed by Eagle McMahon himself. But Metal Flake Max, super beefcake. Makes me feel like I have a new one. Like I said, Grip A-Series bag from Great Lakes Discs and Shea Agby. Check them out. I got a pretty good price. I traded in my old bag, which is super cool that they do. And yeah, I mean, I've got a problem. This is, I mean, it's hard to tell, but these are all chock full of discs. There's some more over there. I definitely have a problem, but I don't care. So, thank you for watching.